Alright, hey guys, welcome back. So, in today's video, we are going to be doing this look right here. It is a very kind of JLo skin inspired. It has that really soft lip from within glow. Perfect complexion, just everything is blurred and smoothed out perfectly. We did use the Blendiful from Tati and the Tati Beauty Palette. And also the new Fenty Mascara. So there's kind of a lot of new things in this video, so stay tuned. We're using the Mario brushes as well, a lot of fun things. Let me just zoom in on the eyes so you guys can see the look up close. And then for the eyes themselves, it's a very twinkly kind of sunset K-pop inspired eye. I've been loving Korean makeup lately where the shimmer kind of breaks the rule of not putting it in the crease and it's almost like messy looking. And then just a super soft nude lip. So if you guys want to see how to do this look, keep on my channel. So this is going to be my first video in my new apartment. This is not going to be the background for filming though. These are actually my curtains, but I just don't have a curtain rod yet, so they're hanging up. Unless you guys like it, let me know. If you want this to stay as the background, maybe I'll get different curtains, although that doesn't seem very cost effective. But anyway, since we are all stuck inside right now, I wanted to take this time to upload a video and do a quick eye tutorial. This is actually my full face. I haven't done a full face and makeup in quite a long time, so let's get started. First, just going to prime my eyes. The face is already prepped and ready to go. I used my regular skincare routine with Hangover primer and just used the Urban Decay shadow potion, or primer potion. Applying the primer potion all over with my ring finger. And for today's shadow look, we are using the Tati Textured Neutrals 1. I'm gonna first start off with Soothe in the matte formula, and I'm just gonna go right into the crease. And I'm using the blending brush from the Mario and Sephora collection, Master Set collection. Gorgeous, super easy. All right, so to deepen that up, I'm gonna take the same shade, same brush, but I'm just gonna keep it a little bit more on the lid and in the outer corner. Cool. Same thing on the other side. We just want to keep doing this until it softens out. Alright, so once we have both sides done, we are ready to go and move on to a flat brush. And I'm going to take one from the Mario set. But guys, how crazy is this quarantine? It's so nuts that we're all stuck inside right now. I hate it. But it's given me a good opportunity and a lot of time to set up my room and everything, so it's coming along. I'll do a full tour soon. But anyway, I'm going to go in with Poet. That is the kind of matte cranberry shade. Or it's the cranberry toner. I'm taking the matte formula. And I'm just packing this right on the outer corner using the Mario brush, flat shading. Focusing this again right on that outer corner. Bringing it right up to the crease, but not into it. Cool. And then with no product on my brush, I'm just gonna blend out those edges just to make sure there's no harsh lines. Cool. And now I'm gonna pick up just a little bit more Soothe just to go back in and soften that up and bring back some warmth. They got a little bit too pink toned, so I'm taking some of that just in the really high point of the eye just to soften that out. So I'm going to now add some shimmer on the lid and then we'll start on the face. We should be at like about 5 minutes or so now into your routine. And I'm gonna keep this eye pretty pink toned. I don't normally do this, so I'm taking Poet just with my finger and I'm just gonna pop that right onto the lid, meeting up with the outer edge just like that. Same thing on the other side. I'm then going to take a little bit of Soothe, which is the kind of champagne tone, and put that right in the inner corner. Gorgeous, really pretty rose gold tone. Sweet. And then I'm going to take my blending brush and just soften right at the top of the eye, just to diffuse that a little bit. And then taking my pinky, I'm going to take a tiny little bit of Aura, and just pop that right on the inner corner. Sweet. All right, so we are going to take a break from the eyes and start on the face. For foundation today, I am going to be taking the Urban Decay Naked Skin. I think this is the right shade. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna roll with it. If it's not, too bad. And I'm gonna be using the Blendiful. So I'm just gonna dot that around the face. Yeah, I think this is definitely too light. It's fine. And I'm just gonna take the Blendiful and we're just gonna smooth over the whole face, and this is gonna take 2 seconds. Yeah, this is way too light. So this is my first video featuring the Blendiful on my channel, and I absolutely love it. Tati, thank you so much for sending it in PR. With the move and everything into my new apartment, just, you know, you guys know, the world kind of stopped. It's been a little bit hard to film and sit down, so I'm sorry that this is so late, because I know this came out kind of a while ago. It's not that new, but I love it. It is amazing. God, this is so light. Wow, this is really light, you guys. That's not okay. It's fine. We're gonna then do some cream contouring. So just to adjust the tone of this, since it is so light, I'm gonna be taking the Nars Laguna stick. I'm just gonna go right along here, along the perimeter of the face. This seems like a lot, but it's really not. And again, the tone of this just got like way too light. So I'm gonna take the Blendiful, blend that up and down. Sorry, my roommate's outside, you may hear her. And then going to blend out the contour. This thing just makes blending so easy. The name is so appropriate, Blendiful. Just takes like 2 seconds and you're done. So I'm just sweeping that all on the perimeter of the face to add some warmth back in. I'm gonna bronze as well. It's too much. So I'm just gonna fix that. See, it makes everything so easy. Like if you make a little mistake, just kind of blend it away. It's gone. So after we have gotten most of the harsh lines blended out with that, I am gonna go in with the highlighting side and just hit the tops of the cheekbone to add a little bit of cream base. This is a little trick that I like to do just to ensure that there's really, really strong highlight and that it sticks throughout the day. I'm not going anywhere, but kind of want to feel like I'm a person again today, so I'm gonna go a little bit heavier than I normally would. I'm gonna take the highlight shade just right down the bridge of the nose, contour shade just right down at the sides and underneath. This is something I never do, you guys. I never use cream, so this is actually fun. We're exploring, trying new things. I'm just gonna use the Blendiful to kind of blend out the sides, just soften that edge so it's not too stripy. And then we're gonna go in with our powders and make sure everything is nice and set. So another trick that I like to do is on the areas where we did highlight, I'm actually going to take a highlighter and set the cream highlight with a highlight. That will ensure double longevity, and the highlight will just be really, really bright but soft too, because it'll be layered. Right on the tip of the nose, and then down the bridge. Cute. Alright, so now we are going to set the rest of the face, and because this came out a little bit lighter than I want, I am going to use a setting powder that has a little bit of color to it. So this is the Libre from Chanel. Normally I will use something that's completely translucent, but again, we went a little bit light with this foundation, so I'm just going to go over top with the Libre. Or no, this is the Poudre Universelle Libre. This is not Libre. So this is one of their setting powders. This is in the shade medium 32, I believe. But I'm just making sure to set everything, getting the under eye, nose, really take down that shine, except for the areas where we put the highlight. You can see that showing through. And then now my body's, okay, that's better. And now we can go in and bronze and blush up the face. So I'm going to be taking Anastasia Bronzer in the shade Mahogany. This is way too dark for me, but that's okay because everything else is really light. So I'm gonna start just on the perimeter of the face. right along on the temple, top of the bronzer. Again, same thing, just kind of come right around the edge. Really blur everything, make sure there's no harsh lines. We do not want that. Cool. Same brush, I'm just going to take a little bit of blush. This is from Cargo. This is one of their waterproof blushes in the shade Miami Beach. These are waterproof, so great for events or summer, which is coming up soon, hopefully. It did snow here in Denver last night, which is weird because it's almost May, but it's fine. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of that blush just on the outside of the cheekbone, right at the top. You guys know I really don't enjoy blush, so I'm not putting on a ton. I think that even was a little bit too much. But anyway, moving on to contour. For that, if you guys have been with me for a while, you already know Kevyn Sculpting Duo. I will never ever use anything else, refuse to. It's the best contour powder in the world. Cool. And because we already laid down that Laguna in the cheekbone area beforehand, I'm not going to go crazy. That's probably even too much. And now let's go on to brows. I'm not going to stay here long. You guys know this is my least favorite step of makeup. So I'm just gonna go in really quickly with the Benefit Precisely My Brow. We're gonna take like not even, I don't even want to spend a minute on this. So I'm just gonna go right on the underside. This is the shade number 5. Just gonna extend the tail a little bit. I have a little bit sparse in the arch on this side. And just a tiny bit at the top. The front I don't really like playing with too much, so I'll just do a tiny little bit of shading, just like that. And then we'll blend out with the spoolie. Not a big brows person, it's not something that I care too much about. In terms of makeup wise, I spend a lot of time grooming them like with tweezers and scissors throughout the week, but in terms of filling them, that's it. I don't even want to go back in with a concealer to clean them up. This part usually doesn't need as much work, so hopefully we'll be done in just a second. Sorry, I know this is taking forever. But yeah, this brow is usually kind of done already. I don't have to do as much to it. Okay, cool, done. And now we will go back in with the highlighter and just go right underneath the brow bone, taking just a tiny bit on a little flat shading brush, hitting right underneath the brow. I'm gonna go a little bit in the inner corner to reinforce that color, and then we will go back, we'll go back to the shadow palette and finish up on the eyes. Alright guys, so we are going to wrap up on the eyes. I'm gonna take a little bit of Soothe on the detailing brush from the Mario set. Going right underneath the eyes, connecting the two, just marrying those two upper and lower lids, really smoking everything out, and then I'm just gonna repeat that same step with Poet, the pink. Keeping it a little more heavily saturated on the outer corner. And then bringing it about halfway in. On that same brush I'm taking Ritual, which is the very, very dark brown. And I'm gonna pop that right in the lashes and in the outer corner. And I'm gonna take a little bit of Ritual again and place that just on the outer corner, right up here. With my fluffy blending brush, just soften out that edge. Cool. I think I do want a little bit of glitter. So for glitter, I am going to be taking Aura from the Tati palette. Really beautiful kind of pink silver tone glitter. And pop that right on the lid. And I'm not going for a glitter lid. I don't want it to be like crazy. So I'm just popping that on as a twinkle, just kind of all over. Cool. And now it's like kind of a twinkly, slightly K-pop inspired eye. where you bring the shimmer all the way up. Alright guys, and that is about it. We're just gonna pop on a quick coat of mascara. So this is the new Fenty Mascara that came out. To be quite honest, I don't like it. It's really pretty when it goes on. You guys will see, it looks gorgeous, like just like falsies, but it doesn't wear well, which is unfortunate. Like, do you see that? It's so pretty, but it's really just annoying to get off. It doesn't last a long time, and it clumps real easily. So you don't want to go in for too many coats with this formula. But it is fast. I mean, it's really fast. I'm not gonna go crazy. You guys can already see my eyes getting super irritated. To finish off the look, I'm just going in with a nude lip. This is actually, you guys, this is an OG. This is one of Tati's lips from the LOC collection with Birchbox. So I'm just gonna go over the lip. It's a really light nude pink called Birthday Suit. And then I'm gonna combine that with Fuel from Urban Decay. That really pretty, just nude pout. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. There will be more tutorials to come. Let me know if you like this as a backdrop. If you do, I'll keep it. Otherwise, they will be going on my walls, my curtains. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on my next one, and until then, bye.